everyone, and welcome back to another Sims 3 speed build. So today we are working on another lot for my challenge from the Ground Up series. So this lot consists of a bookstore, a grocery store, and a salon / tattoo parlor. So pretty much this is going to take care of, I believe, 3 requirements for the challenge. The bookstore was already there. The grocery and the salon has been added. Now I would have to look again at the rules. I think tattoo and like the hairstylist I think is all considered one in the salon. So I think it just takes care of that one. But I believe this sits on a 40 by 21 lot. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's a 40 by 21 lot. And it will probably cost your sim, because they can purchase this lot to own. It probably cost your sim approximately 58,000 simoleons to purchase it. Now I don't know honestly if that includes purchasing it as in when you click on the lot and you can buy it, if that's just a salon and that you have to go to the bookstore and the grocery store separate and purchase those separately. I'm not sure because I haven't had my sim do that yet in the game, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. So, but that is approximately the cost. It could be just the cost of the salon. I don't really know. So I basically thought of it kind of like a salon around where I live. However, salons don't normally have tattoo parlors. Those do tend to be in separate buildings where I'm from. But I just kind of combined them because in the game they're kind of combined. And I think even one of the pre-made lots that you can get with the game, I think even has like a hairstyling station in one area and then a tattoo chair in another. So they kind of combined it anyway. That's kind of what I did here. So I'm just figuring out a little bit more of the exterior here as we go. I went ahead and went with a brick style look. And then I picked a wallpaper. It's kind of like a stucco type of thing or something or another, stucco like. But I picked one that had like a border at the bottom just to try to give like maybe a separation in between the brick and the stucco. So that's kind of what I did here. Nothing fancy. The building ain't too super fancy. It's just a basic building. Not a whole lot going on in it. I do end up putting an L-shape staircase. So as you can see, I created a freeze level. That would be what that's called, where you make one level above and you shrink it down to whatever height you want and then put another layer on top. So that layer in the middle would be considered the freeze level. And that's kind of what I created there to give like the L-shaped look. Of course, the lighting doesn't travel from floor to floor, so I had to eventually I ended up putting in a lot, when I say I mean a lot of these by debug lights. So basically you just go into by debug. You have to open up your cheat window by pressing Control Shift C. I apologize. It's Control Shift C. And then you need to put in testing cheats enabled space true. And then you need to type in by debug space on, and that'll pop up a little window that has a question mark on it. You can kind of see it every now and then on the screen. It has a question mark there. And when you go into that, it's right at the top of the miscellaneous objects. They have these lights. And it will light up the area. You won't see them in live mode, so you won't have to worry about that. Because they're kind of ugly. I mean, especially when you're trying to light an area up. I mean, you can sometimes have like 50 or 75 of them. I probably have a lot in this build. You'll see me putting them in. I'm just going to go crazy. I'm just going to start putting them down all over the place, but they're everywhere. I do have some regular lights in there though. So the Sims, when you're in live mode, you'll see the lights. That way you at least have an idea of where the light's coming from. So went ahead and there's a little bit of a parking lot and doing a little bit of landscaping. You can do landscaping around your rabbit holes, as you can see like I am here. You just have to move them out of the way, because even with move objects on cheat, you still cannot run the stuff up next to the building. So you'll have to move the buildings out of the way and put them in, kind of like what I'm doing here. And then you put the building over top. So the building can go through items, but items can't go through the building, if that makes sense. Like your fences, they can't go through the buildings. So you'll just have to move stuff out of the way and then put them back down. And then there you go. You got yourself some fancy landscaping. So that's kind of what I was doing. I do put a little bit of plants in. I was going to make like this diamond shape that kind of looked like a plumb bob thing. And I was going to do like a diagonal one. But you know, when you do things on a diagonal, it tends to look a little bit bigger. I didn't really like that. It didn't seem right to me. So I ended up just putting these little squares right down the center there, and putting them trees in. Now it did take me positively, absolutely forever to find that sign to put out. In the when you first get there, there's a little bit of the sign there. It took me positively forever. There's signs all over in this game, but to try to find them, I swear they're in different locations, and that one took me forever to find. I had to pause my recording and I had to look for it because I had no idea where it was. So the landscaping does differ from one building to the next. The salon has its own kind of landscaping. It's almost like maybe them owners own just that building or whatever, and then somebody else owns the other buildings. I don't know, but they have different landscaping. I just felt since they were different buildings, they should have different landscaping. You know, different people like different things. So then basically what I did here is I hate the fact that it looks like that stupid sign has lights, but the lights never come on or whatever it is. I don't know. So I merged an outside light in it to make it look like it lights up. And that's kind of what I did with other exterior lights around these buildings. Even though they show them having a light, the stupid light doesn't come on. So like nothing lights up. So there's little lights here, you know, around. I had to basically put the lights in and then put the plant or the building with the light. So it's kind of like I was fitting the building to the light instead of the other way around, because the lights can only go on, like the wall lights can only go on the grid. So that's what I had to do with them. Now occasionally you'll see, like I did a few in the back by the dumpster, I took a standing light and I kind of merged it into the building, and that makes it look like it's coming out of the wall when really it's actually a floor lamp or floor light. Just a few benches for Sims to sit on while they're just outside chilling. And then here's those lights I was telling you about. You've seen a little bit of them. You'll see me put a lot in, so don't worry, you're not going to miss them. You'll see a whole lot more because I end up putting a bunch. So there's just a few dumpsters here and there. You know, they're kind of separated by this fence just because they're ugly and nobody wants to look at them anyway. So, you know, that way your Sims can dumpster dive all, you know, to their heart's content there. So there's several of those around. I went ahead and left the flower marker thing or whatever. I did end up moving it because half of it was inside my building and I didn't figure that would work very well. So I ended up moving it. That way, hopefully more flowers appear outside and not like under the foundation of my house, or not my house, my building. Because who wants that? I don't know, but I didn't want that to happen here. So this section here is the lobby section. This area will be where your Sims will come in, you know, make their appointment, pay their bill, you know, sit and wait their turn, things like that. Read magazines, whatever it is they want to do. I did kind of decorate it more feminine, I guess you could call it, with all the purples and stuff, because I viewed it more as a salon than a tattoo parlor. The tattoo parlors around here, they're not quite so elegant. They're not quite so pretty. In fact, honestly, I don't even know why people go to them, because they look kind of dirty to me. Not very sanitary, that is for sure. So I kind of viewed it as a place that should look a little bit more clean, I guess. Like I said, sanitary for one. And I don't know, they do tattoos, but they do it upstairs. So right there's a few of the tattoo chairs. I just wanted it to look nice. I didn't really want it to look too much like tattoo parlors around here. I wanted it to look more like a salon, I guess you could say. So here is a bunch of them Buy-to-Bug lights. I said like I put a whole bunch of them. A lot. They're stacked up on top of each other. They're turned every which way. They're all over the place. So when you go into build mode, they're kind of in your face, but at least when you're in live mode, you cannot see them. They'll just light up the way. That way your sim can see where their sim is going, and you don't have to worry about looking at them. But you definitely need to use those when you have freeze levels. Otherwise, that area will never light up properly, and it'll always look funny. So just going ahead and finishing up a little bit more up here. There's not a whole lot that I put upstairs with the tattoo chairs. I think there's like a table I think I put up there. I think there's a couch I think I put up there. There's one salon station, which is right there in the corner. I thought it looked pretty good to put it right there. It looked pretty nice. And some more chairs and stuff sitting around. That way other guests or people that are waiting their turn can kind of sit. Or maybe you have family members. You want them to see your outfit. You know, just a bunch of different things like that. Or see your new hairstyle. They can sit there and they can chat with you and watch and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I thought. It's more like, it kind of reminds me of like a person who maybe owns the building themselves. You know, it's kind of like a I don't know, it's not like a big chain or anything like that. It's kind of like a ma and pa type of shop, hole in the wall, whatever you call it, depending on where you're from, whatever you say, kind of place. That's kind of how I viewed it. So, you know, small, quaint, elegant, just, you know, nice, something like that is kind of what I was thinking. So that's kind of how I ended up decorating it. So here's the bathroom. You get to it through the lobby area. I did not make the same mistake of putting in the dirty towel rack things. I made sure I picked the ones that looked clean. I kind of picked the wrong ones in the Skylight Gym build, and I had to go in and change them. So, but I did pick the right ones, so they do look clean and new and, you know, fresh, I guess you could say. So there's 2 stalls in there, a couple of sinks. Here are the screenshots. So I show a few of the day, a few at night. The Sims definitely were using it. I mean, they were definitely walking around. They were going shopping, and, you know, the game gave some Sims to work in the salon. So, I mean, it definitely works for you. You'll get workers, you'll get some shopping. So I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to see more builds, I have a lot of builds in The Sims 3. I have quite a few in The Sims 4. There's more than enough there for you to watch. I'm sure there'll be something there that will suit your interest. And I hope you enjoyed. Again, like I said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and like the video. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.